little bit of AEW, not a lot. Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Brock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and it's finally we had a wrestling match. Finally, we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man, I would say, like, for me, like, the best ones, I would say, are, like, the ones where they try to get a certain, like, time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen. Everybody. Thank you. Welcome back, everybody, to the Nation Network. Our semi-retirement rolls on. Oh, when I feel like I got to scratch that itch, I jump back on here. I don't have a set time frame anymore, so you have to be subscribed to join us live, because otherwise you'll never know when we are. I mentioned a few weeks ago that I wasn't doing any more 2K24, and apparently 2K isn't doing any more 2K24 either. Congratulations on the most successful patch in history of the 2K franchise. You have completely destroyed a game that wasn't all that great to begin with. You guys just never cease to amaze me. You just continue going straight downhill like a jumbo jet run out of fuel. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's always more fun when there's more than one. So I'm going to bring on my sidekick, my partner in crime, the one, the only, J-Rocks in the house. How you enjoying that version of 2K24? I can't hear you. Wait, that might have been... No, that's you. That's not me. See, he has that little thing where he forgets to turn his mic on sometimes. It's part of his charm. No, I can't hear you. Oh, now I hear something. I heard you grunt. Speak, Jay. Speak. Nothing. A second ago, I heard you. Not sure what's going on, man.
How about now?
Yeah, now, but you ain't got to yell, bitch.
I had it plugged in. I had it set. Why the voice didn't come through?
I don't know, man. Sounds like technical issues to me.
Yeah, just as bad as fucking 2K with their fucking patch they did.
Maybe that's it. Maybe 2K's been sneaking in there, messing with your shit. Actually, I think they just need to touch it, and that's it.
Be on the same computer? Yeah, I wouldn't doubt that.
Oh, so yeah, I'm sure everybody's aware. You know, they came out with the patch for the DLC stuff like they always do, and this one just crashed that sumbitch straight into the dirt. This game's unplayable at this point in time. I mean, I was just hitting up Blaze over there to say, hey, are you still able to do anything? Because he does all sim.
Right.
And
well, so do I. Yeah.
And he's kind of at that point where it's like, well, I can't do these matches anymore, but I'm making it work. And God bless him. He's all about finding a way to make the game work that paid to have work.
Yeah, because it's like I played a show after the patch came out. And before that, I didn't know what the issues were. So I'm running tag team matches and I'm like, why the fuck they just standing in the opposite corners, not doing nothing? And then I go and watch a couple other people who put stuff out and they said, oh yeah, with the new patch, this, and this don't work no more. I'm like, well, they're par for the course. Way to go.
Yeah, they just... Oh man, I just don't know anymore. As soon as I heard all this problems that was happening, I just posted on 2K's page and said, I guess I got out at the right time. And this is part of it. I mean, the game is always going to have issues. It just always has. Not like this. They've actually gone in reverse for the first time ever.
Right.
This time at launch, you had a decent game. Best you've had in years.
Yep.
And then slowly but surely, you just keep on letting it erode and backtracking and turning into an absolute shitburger.
Yeah, because I was this close to having content to come out. And because that happened, I'm like,
close, huh?
This is close. Cut hair away. Yeah. And now I've got to go back and rework a bunch of stuff again and go, well, shit, I can't. Like Blaze said, well, I got to find workarounds now for tag team matches. Am I not going to have tag titles? Or am I just going to put up with the people standing in the opposite corners and hope that they eventually do something? So, yeah, I mean, God love him if he can fucking find the workarounds. And if he does, he can email me and tell me what the fuck they are.
Yeah, I mean, I haven't played the game since the DLC came out, and I ran the DLC. And I'm thinking back now, I mean, I did a couple of tag team matches, and I don't recall it being, as what I'm hearing now. I do recall there was a little bit more focus on the in-ring competitor with the the illegal member of the team. But somehow the match came off and we had a winner. It wasn't a great finish, but we had a winner.
Well, yeah, I had winners and stuff too, but it's like, for me, they will, like, if they throw their opponent out of the ring, they'll go over and instead of attacking like the opposite team's tag team partner, he just goes over there and stands and stares at him until that person on the apron punches him in the face or the other person gets back in the ring, and then they go back to normal. And there's been a couple things with singles matches where the AIs I had it running smooth. I mean, my matches were looking good, and now the AI is just like going, what you want me to do? What?
That's what I've heard on about 2 or 3 other shows today. So yeah, that seems to be the deal. Oh my goodness. Purist is in the house. Welcome aboard, buddy. Money in the Bank is coming this Saturday. AEW ROH are going to be going to the Tokyo Dome. Yeah, the Tokyo Dome will never be the same. By the way, even if they have a full house, it'll sound just the same as AEW when they play live. Very quiet. And Jake Hager is going to be at NW. Wow, that'll put asses in the seats. Jake Hager. Big old stick of butter and mayonnaise.
I'm on PC and Steam also. You could have told everybody about this beforehand. I don't know if there's a way for me to go back and do that now.
So I don't know if it works on consoles, but I'm in the habit of starting 2K24 in Steam's offline mode, waiting for the game to fully load, bypassing the check for patch updates. I don't know that we have. I mean, I guess you could unplug your PlayStation or something like that if you're on a PS5 like me. I'm not sure. Yeah, I mean, that's the other thing, too. It takes like 2 minutes of black screen before the actual game screen comes on. It's a fucked up mess, man. I'll tell you what. I don't know who's in there just like jerking off into the software, but there's definitely a special sauce thing going on. Then turn it back onto online mode so I can access community creations. Oh, so community creations, I didn't know because I haven't done. Although I did download one and it was fine, but apparently the majority of them, I guess, get downloaded without hair.
Yeah. Luckily, I had my whole roster and everything filled out and stuff, and all the slots taken up before this patch, so I didn't. Yeah, but I just
downloaded one yesterday and it worked fine. I downloaded, what's her name? Gosh dang it. Zaya Brookside from Impact.
Oh, okay.
The little cute blonde. And, I mean, I had to end up redoing the hair simply because it didn't work. The guy did a great face scan. And then, of course, the kiss of death is it had hard lines around the edges. And he didn't feather them out and put a full, the full background in the face, so the whole thing was a flesh tone. You know what I'm saying? So it looks like she had a big burn going down the side of her face. So I had to change the hairstyle. And the good thing about Zaya, she's had a dozen hairstyles, so you'll be fine either way. But at least with this one, it hides all that and you don't see it. Because otherwise, it's a really good face scan. And I've been enjoying her work, so I thought I'd get me one of those. But like I said, the hair was there for me. Maybe it's only a guy's thing. I don't know. Still using 108. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. That's the trick. I did a double titles match with the Hogan thing during that storyline with Hogan and I don't even remember now. Whoever it was, where he unified the titles or took them to the WCW. So yeah, I've done them and they worked. But that was a while back before patches. So.
Right.
I know. Every year it was Hogan's mustache and his hair. Now it's Hogan, and now it's all creations, apparently. Well, again, Zaya's was fine, so maybe that's the only good one in the whole community creation, and I got lucky.
It could be just what they're using for the hairstyles, too. Could just affect certain calls, so...
Purists might have something here. It's not so much the patch, it was Post Malone and his incredible friends. Well, I hate to see what's going to happen with the next one then.
Right.
Pat McAfee and a bunch of people nobody even knows. God, 2K, you just kick that can right on down the road, man. Unbelievable. So, yeah. I don't know. They've been silent. They've said nothing, no apology. We're working on it. Hopefully by the end of the week, nothing. And it's almost a week now, or it is a week, isn't it? It's beyond a week.
Yeah.
So here's your daily dose of fuck you.
Yeah.
Okay, moving right along. Let's talk about our favorite subject, AEW, and their failed ratings. Now, we haven't been on in a little while, so I'll just tell you, like 2 weeks ago, their Dynamite program, which is their flagship show, pulled a 500.
Yep.
500. If that was like a human being in the hospital, they would be pulling the plug. There's no brain activity. There's barely a pulse.
Hey, that's only because they had Black Panther on before and didn't have their normal Big Bang Theory crowd.
And you know what? If Big Bang wasn't deleted and that's their number last week, because this week's wasn't that much better. I mean, it was better, but compared to, they were pulling 1 million a couple of years ago, then they were hovering in the 800s for a while. But now the 5 and 6 category, and this is with no competition, NBA's done. NHL is done. You've got nothing. NFL not playing. You got nothing to compete with other than, Marvel reruns and Lord of the Rings and stuff like that. That's probably outdrawing you, in all honesty. I'd love to get the ratings like Lord of the Rings over on AEW, on A&W. But anyway, MJF opened up the show. Daniel Garcia, Will Ospreay with a live promo. And we're going to say the first quarter hour, they pulled an 846. How much of that was them? Don't know, but we're about to find out. Because from 8:15 to 8:30, we had Swerve. Let me blow this up a little bit bigger because there you go. Now I can read it. We had Swerve backstage promo. Hiromu, Takeshashi, whatever the fuck his name is. All these Japanese names that nobody really knows except for the 10 people watching. Moxley, Wheeler, Uter, whatever. Did Moxley wrestle against Wheeler? I thought they were on the same team. Is that already broken up and done finally?
I have no idea.
Nobody does. All right. Well, anyway, I'm going to guess. I mean, how long are you going to call it the Blackpool Combat Club when Regal's gone and he was the reason it was?
Right.
Anyway, we went from an 846 down to a 706. Yep, over 100,000 viewers dropped off in the first 15 minutes. Hooah! Minus 17%. Shazam! Moving on to 8:30 to 8:45 hours. Los Ingobernables de Japón versus the Blackpool Combat Club. I guess they ain't done. Oh, that was the matchup, I guess, was those names versus Wheeler and Moxley. Okay.
Oh.
If you don't watch the product, you wouldn't have got that. Brian Danielson, also with an ad break. Ray Phoenix versus Jay White. We went from a 7:06. Where do you think we ended up after this quarter of an hour, Jay?
Well, we'll say they dropped to about 650.
Not bad, dude. Not bad. 631. 631, down 11%. So let's see. We went down 17% in the first quarter hour, 11% in the second quarter hour. There ain't a lot of percents left to go down. We're running out of percents. 8:45 to 9 o'clock. Ray Phoenix versus White continues through the ads. There's a post match with Bang Bang Gang. It tells me how long it's been since I've watched the product. I don't know who any of this shit is. The Patriarchy, the Young Bucks backstage promo, and yet another ad break. Where are they getting all these ad breaks? They can't have advertisers. Not with these numbers. They were at 6:31 going into this quarter hour. Where do you think they are now, Jay?
Say about 600 even. Probably
You're
dropped
on
about
fire
another.
today. You're doing pretty good. 613. Down another 3%. So let's say since the show began, we went down 17%, 11%, 3%. That's a lot of percents. What's left? Good Lord. There's somebody standing by in the back going, clear. 9 o'clock to 9:15. The Acclaimed, still a thing. Billy Gunn, God bless him, 60 years old. He's got a better body than almost anybody else in the entire locker room.
I just saw a thing for him where he said he'll stay around as long as he's got something to contribute. As soon as he doesn't, he's out.
Good for him. And like I said, the way he looks, why would you leave?
Yeah.
I mean, as long as your body's holding up.
Yeah.
The Elite Live promo. I'm not sure what the Elite. I don't even know who the Elite is anymore. Mark Briscoe, Kyle O'Reilly, Orange Cassidy, still a thing, huh? Backstage promo.
Yeah.
How does Orange Cassidy cut a promo if he don't speak?
Oh, he speaks now.
Oh, he speaks now? Oh, I'm sure he's cutting a mean promo that would make Dusty cry. Anna Jay, she gotten any better?
I don't know. I haven't seen much of her on the clips I see, so
It's probably because she don't get a lot of TV time, is my guess. But anyway,
probably.
I was big on her in the beginning, but I didn't see any growth. Harley Cameron and Saraya versus Mariah May and Mina Sikarawa, whatever that is, and Tony Storm. That's a lot of people to be going through.
Yeah.
All right, we were at 613. We got a bunch of the girls in there. Up or down?
Down.
Way down. No, actually, it went up. 707 went up 15%. Tony Storm to the rescue.
I was going to say her ass. That's probably about what saved it. So.
Anna Jay always had a nice ass. I gave her credit for that.
No, that's true too.
9:15 to 9:30. Anna Jay and the Outcast versus Mariah May. Mina and Tony continues. Post-match, Stephanie Vaquer video. I don't know who Vaquer is. Mercedes Moné heard she got booed out of the building during her last televised match, which may have been the pay-per-view.
Before you mentioned Mercedes, the girl you mentioned, she's from AAA, and she's actually really fucking good. I went and watched some when I heard her name being tossed around there in AEW. I went to watch some matches of her in AAA. Dude, she's thick and she can move. So,
oh, good for her. 500,000 people watched her.
Well, I look at it this way. That's somebody that Shawn Michaels will go, yeah, I can do something with that, and bring her in shortly.
Maybe. The Learning Tree. Boy, that's getting bashed. I have heard a lot of people just say it's time for Jericho to hang it up.
Yeah.
Although I thought it was a clever name. I haven't watched the product, so I can't tell you how it's being executed in any way, shape, or form. But I thought the learning tree made sense. You know, he's the old veteran now and all that kind of thing. And he's got that ability to manipulate people, much like Chad Gable did.
Yeah,
So,
but it's more of a comedy act than anything. So it doesn't really, it's not, it's Jericho making fun of himself being an old timer is all it is.
well, it's not getting well received in general, but
Oh no, because
but that said, we came into this quarter of an hour with a 707. Where do you think we're at now?
oh, I bet that shit dropped down below 6.
You were on a roll too, but you're not anymore. Now we're at 717, one up 1%.
Really?
We dropped 17, but we go up 1. Yay. Call it a win. 9:30 to 9:45. Ad break. Kyle O'Reilly. I'd like to know if the ad break did a better number than Kyle O'Reilly against Kyle O'Reilly versus Zack Sabre Jr. I'm wondering which one did the better rating. That was the whole quarter hour, was that one match. What do you think? Up or down from 717?
Oh. Knowing these people, it probably went up again.
Down 11% to 637.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
No KY in the house for that one. That's dry. Take it like a man. Nobody likes you. I could have told you that, Kyle O'Reilly and Zack Sabre Jr. Come on, man. And you're putting them in your 9:30 hour? I mean, maybe as an opening match or second match. I mean, why you want to scare the fans off at the end of the night? 9:45 to 10 p.m. Kyle O'Reilly is still there with Zack Sabre. Post-match, I'm sure we needed that. TMDK, Undisputed Kingdom, Gabe Kidd, more Swerve and Will Ospreay versus the Gates of Agony, which I did like the Gates of Agony. I think they need to get the fuck out before it's too late.
Yeah.
We were at 637. Where do you think all this mess took us? Up or down?
Down.
Down 3% to 615. That's your main event half hour there. You're down 14%. The end of the night is when all the shit happens on all these shows, and you lost 14%. Now, here comes the really good part. The overrun, 7 minutes. Up or down?
Oh.
They
I'll
were
say
at
down.
615.
I'll say down.
They went up to 617.
Oh, that's the people coming in to watch Modern
To watch
Family.
whatever the fuck was on afterwards.
Modern Family. We've already figured that out.
Well, it
That's
was
what
that
comes
day. I
on.
don't know if that's a regular scheduled time for them or not.
Yeah,
but
it
let's say
is.
it is. All right. Well,
Yeah.
there's 7 minutes of people saying, fuck you, I want Modern Family, and turned it off. And then those that just hang on by a hair brought you up barely. So the Modern Family crowd brought you up just enough to say, and the statistical, it still says +0 because it was such a small a number. It didn't even rate a pop.
Right.
Wow, dude. This is something else, man. This company is they're special in the wrong kind of way, but they're special. You start at an 846 and you close at a 617 for an overall of 680. And if it wasn't for that 846 out the gate. And by the way, MJF only in the first 15 minutes?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's like, I'm going to presume that you know who Caitlin Clark is.
Yeah.
Like the rest of the world at this point in time. You don't bench your best fucking player. I don't care if she's a rookie or not. She's the reason everyone's there when nobody was there for 12, 15 years.
I mean, honestly, you look at it from WWE. On Monday night, they had Chad Gable in 4 spots throughout the show, spaced out, because He's what
And he
people
ain't
want
their
to see
number
right
one
now.
guy.
No, but that they know what's going to bring in the ratings, so they're using that to boost each hour and quarter hour as they go, with him being in the opening, and then an hour later he's doing a backstage segment with Otis, and then a little bit later he's doing. So that, you know, if they do that with MJF, they don't have to have him wrestling, but fucking have him on about in 3 different spots throughout the night doing something. You'll keep them fucking ratings up. Maybe. I hope so.
Keith O'Toole, you should know by now, I don't watch it. I have no interest in anything AEW. I heard the title match was supposed to be good. I don't even know who it was between. Couldn't tell you.
It was actually Ospreay and Swerve, and I did see clips from it, and I would go back and watch that match because it wasn't anything like doing stupid shit, but they fucking wrestled, and it was a good match. It looked like. So
I'm not a Swerve fan. He just never connected with me, and and they buried him too. They gave him the title, and then you never saw him. I mean, it's like, not that I wouldn't be watching it anyway, but I'm just saying they didn't do a good job with him so far. Take a sheet, okay. Oh my goodness. Can't believe Billy Gunn is 60 years old and he's still in great condition. Dude, I'm not lying. Yeah. He's in better condition than most of their locker room. MJF might be one of the few exceptions. And Billy Gunn's right up there with him. Or I'm sorry, MJF. Who the hell is the other one I was thinking about that's in really good shape in AEW? At least was last time I checked. Anyway. Britt Baker's return was awesome. All I saw is that she came out on stage.
Yeah.
So
but she's been off TV for like months.
Yeah.
Not injured, nothing. Again, not using one of your top draws because you didn't want to have her overshadowing fucking Monet.
She was over.
Whatever the fuck she goes by now.
2 years ago, man. CM Punk was cutting promos about her.
Yep.
She had a whole Britsburg thing going on, and man, she was the shit. Jericho self-proclaimed himself the world champion with the FTW belt. As far as I didn't even know he did that. Doesn't know there's only one undisputed champion. I guess that all depends where you're shopping. I can't say greatest wrestler ever, but he is definitely a talent. No doubt about that.
He's a draw.
Say ever means that you're bumping people like Shawn Michaels, Undertaker, and Ric Flair out of the picture, and he's not that. And he's not going to be that. At the end of his career, he might be in a conversation with the top 10, you know, the guys like Austin and Taker, like I said, and things like that. But right now, he is just one of the hottest talents, and we've seen those fizzle out plenty of times. Retro's in the house. Welcome aboard, buddy.
You want to go back to something Dave said earlier. Yes, we are both around your age. You're 52. I'm 50. Vince is
older,
right around there. I do remember just going in, picking up a game off the shelf, putting it in my console, and it fucking working. I agree with you. I miss those days. This is bullshit.
That's because they didn't have, community creations and all that bullshit. It was just the game, you played it.
Yeah.
Once they start getting all fancy and they had all this online and, hey, we could take your money by having this faction thing. And the funny thing is, that's as broken as all of it. I mean, and that's why I know they got to be working on something right now because it's costing them money.
Yeah.
Apparently you can't play my faction anymore, at least not online.
I haven't tried, so.
Right. Well, me neither, but I'm just saying. The only thing I did was I played the matches against the computer in my faction to unlock the Ichiban Hogan. But that's like literally all I did. And only because I got screwed out of the Ichiban when I bought the figure 3 days too late, not knowing it. Everybody wants to pull my chain, man. I'm getting a little tired of it. By the way, I tried to get that song that you mentioned up for the opening here, and I had it recorded and all that. But friggin' StreamYard's a bitch. It won't take like videos when I record it off of OBS. That
Right.
video has to be now compressed into some other format, an MP4 or something like that. It won't take it the way it comes out of there.
That's a shame. Because I'm just like, I was listening to it when you sent me the message, and I was like, oh, this should be our theme music.
Yeah, I didn't even remember the song at all. And then I'm playing it. I was like, oh, yeah, that'd be fun.
Yeah.
So I went and that's why I was a little bit later. I was, let me record it real quick, and then I'll just pop the video up onto the playlist here. And, yeah, won't let you do that.
Motherfuckers.
Blockbuster, damn it, man. I miss Blockbuster so much. If it existed, it might still get me out of the house. Oh, wait a minute.
See?
Wait. Your downloaded ones that you already had, or anything you download currently? Oh, I'll tell you right now, man. I will be so done. I will be so done. I am done. What am I saying? I'm not this, but I'm just saying the whole roster, everything I did download, so I'd have my own collection or what have you. I'm not even going to go there. I'm not even going to go there. Blockbuster had all the tapes, man. They had the WCW, had the WWF. They had a lot of stuff that you didn't commonly find anywhere. Some Mid-South stuff once in a while. Some of that obscure wrestling.
Yeah. I worked for a Hollywood video here in town, and we had a whole, I made sure we had a whole fucking, well, I ordered tapes that they said I couldn't order in, and boy, those fuckers wouldn't stay on the shelves. I'm telling you.
All right. I'm going to have to jump over to 2K24. Like I said, I downloaded one yesterday and she was fine, but let me see. Because I will pitch it. Well, again, I since the last patch, which was before that, I hadn't played the thing in a month. Thank God for Fallout 4, man. I am loving the shit out of that game. I can't tell you how many hours I've already got into it, over 500 in less than 4 weeks, which is a problem, but it is what it is. Sleep is highly overrated. Oh, it's going to take 2 minutes before I can check on it because I got a black screen. That I forgot about that. Yeah. That new feature that comes with the game.
Right.
To make you think it crashed and it won't ever work again, which might not be the worst solution.
Makes me afraid to go into mine because I like I said, I went in the one time to run the one show that I was recording right after the patch. I'd hate to go back in now and then everybody I have be great. I've got Shane Douglas and everybody fucking bald. That'd be nice.
NCAA 25 team builder. There you go. Oh, Ultra Pro. I'm not even waiting on that anymore. Hadn't heard nothing in a long time.
I actually just got something today saying how because they don't have more backers, it's taking them more time. And I'm just
what? Oh, fuck off, man. He was trying to raise, I think, 70 grand and ended up getting well over that. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to fucking hear it.
They spent a ton of it going to fucking All Out last year. So what the fuck?
That might be where the money went.
I know that's where the money went.
So I'm just not really happy with the direction that they've been going in. I don't have anything to do with them anymore. I'm not gonna. I'm backed out. They got my $20. That's all there is to it.
That has to suck.
I did Paul Roman 80s version of Jake Snake came in. What? Okay. All right. I mean, let me see. Here we go. Superstar. Edit custom superstar. Even that takes like 30 seconds to populate. All right. Let's just grab one of the first ones we come across here. 911. Well, he's got his hair. Let me see what else we got here. Take a look at Nick Nemeth. Oh, his hair is there too. I don't know. So far, I got nobody bald.
Maybe it's only select few people.
Maybe some of you special folk.
Right.
I don't know. Let's go with Balls Mahoney. Uh-oh. He's bald.
Balls is bald.
So why him and not all the others?
It has to do with probably how the hair is done. I'm guessing that's the only thing.
He had a regular hairstyle. The Nasty Boys look okay. He had the Ric Flair hairstyle going on.
Okay.
It wasn't like the two hair glitch or anything, because I know that was a problem. All right, let me see real quick here if I just throw that hair back on him. Well, that's funny. When I pull up his character, let's see what happens when I go into edit. Yeah, no, then it's gone. Clothing, not clothing, sorry. Appearance, hair and facial. Now I gotta remember where the fuck Ric Flair's hair is on this damn thing. And he had an alt attire as well, and the second one looked a little bit different.
Yeah, that's something else that's happened. Is that
Yeah, there it is.
The what do we call it? Like, say I put something on one of my shirts, it'll be moved or something. I've seen people's like knee pads have the face scans on their knee pads because it's just fucking up.
Yeah, I did hear something about that.
So his attire, if it's looking off, that could be why, because something's been
well, with his attire, would you notice the difference?
I mean, just saying.
Let me see. No, I don't see any wacky looking logos. I mean, everything looks like that's where it belongs. Tattoos are okay. I just threw the hair back on them.
I guess there's certain moves now too that aren't working right, and
the hell you say?
I know, right?
What about the PS5, Scott? What am I missing?
That's
here?
what he's on. That's what he's on. Is
yeah,
PS5.
Same here. Same here. Did I play Road to WrestleMania? I'm sure I did. Because you had to unlock shit, right? Yeah, so I did.
Yeah.
Reluctantly.
I did. I gave him about $200. Wish I had that shit back now.
You gave 200 what to UPW?
Yeah.
Did you get a belt or something? That wasn't the belt package? I thought that was $200.
Maybe. I don't know. I ain't seen anything from him, so I don't know. Well, that's good.
Look at retro. Yes, I've been dealing with talk about bad investments. A year ago, I paid almost $2,000 for a root canal to save a tooth, right? And then the other day, about a week ago, it started hurting. I thought a piece of food maybe got wedged inside the gum and line or something like that.
Yeah.
So I go into the dentist, and she's like, "Yeah, that's gonna have to come out. You cracked it." I said, "We just paid $2,000 for that son of a bitch to save it a year ago." I'm sorry.
Right.
No, if you were sorry, you give me the $2,000 back. And by the way, somebody explained to me when the fuck the dentist became a pit stop crew. The dentist doesn't dent anymore.
No.
She just looks at you and your x-ray and then tells you, got to see the surgeon. That's all. For an extraction. Yep. You used to go to the fucking dentist. They'd shoot you up with Novocaine. They'd do a drill. They put a filling. I wonder if she even does a fucking filling, or is that a surgeon too? What the fuck does a dentist do besides take your copay? And I'm talking to people and they're like, oh yeah, that's the way it is. No, that ain't the way it was.
They might do the cleanings and that's about it.
No, she don't.
What?
No, she don't.
Mine does. So I don't know what's going on with your fucking dentist.
I'm saying, and I even told her
that's about all she does, but my dentist does do at least the cleanings and shit.
I told her, I said, I know you wear a mask all the time. I didn't know I was getting robbed though. But you do have very pretty eyes, and that's all I can identify her by. I'm just like, oh, this is weird. The second it's higher, the hair didn't disappear. This fucking game. You couldn't write this shit if you wanted to.
Jesus Christ. We need Clown. Where's Clown?
Okay, well, he's fixed now. I'm probably not going to worry about the other ones at this point in time because I don't play the game. After the next patch, I'll go back and check the rest. I guess what I want to do maybe is identify another bald one, though, just so I can go back and check that after the patch.
Right. Hello, Judd.
Judd in the house. Did you like the Bo Dallas Pro? Oh, let me tell you what. We were saying for how long that y'all just killing this thing by dragging it out so long. With all the Bo Leave stuff and the stuff we watched, you know, from FCW throughout the WWE run for Bo Dallas, I just got to say,
absolutely.
Who the fuck knew, man?
Right.
What a freaking 2 weeks. Excellent performances with really hard material.
Yeah.
That he had to sign off on. The production value through the fucking roof. The editing through the roof. My God.
I'm okay with the direction they're going. If they want to keep doing this for the next 3-4 weeks to get us to SummerSlam, by all means, do it. Show us some of the other characters. I want to see them actually
do something besides the promos. I mean, the promos are cool, but how often are you going to see dead guys draped over the announcer's desk?
But that's what I'm saying is get it to SummerSlam. Let them have a 3-on-3 with Chad and the Diamond Mine, and then, we'll go from there. Because I know that's the direction it's going.
Yeah. Purist, I hadn't heard about Rumble, but when it almost seems like now they're going to go to the 4 major pillars.
That's what they're testing. That's what they're testing with SummerSlam. If they can get SummerSlam over next year with 2 nights, then there is talk about WrestleMania going. But see, for me, WrestleMania, do you really want to go night 1 and your women's Royal Rumble be the main event?
Yeah, no, I think the 2-night thing is plenty, and it's not really 2 nights. It's 4 nights. You got your friggin' Hall of Fame, night 1, night 2, and Raw.
Yeah. Well, SmackDown is usually that Friday, and then Hall of Fame that same night. Then you've got your Saturday, Sunday, and then of course Mondays. If you have an NXT thrown in there somewhere.
Yeah, so I think it's enough doing it once a year. I think it's more than enough doing it once a year. I'm not a big fan of the 2-night thing.
If they do WrestleMania and do SummerSlam, I'd be okay with that. But I don't think we need. I don't think we need Royal Rumble being 2 nights. I don't think we need Survivor Series being 2 nights. Of course he will. Of course he will. Drew will have his hand on that fucking case, and Punk will slide in the ring, smile at him, kick that ladder out from under him, or
I
some
think
shit
the
like
smiling
that.
stuff might be over now. I don't know that he's going to smile at him anymore. I think now it's a little bit more personal. I
But
still will never get over what they did at Clash of the Castle and how bad they fucked the pooch on that one.
yeah, but look at where we're at now. Look at where we're
Yeah,
at.
where are we at? I'm sorry. Damian Priest is the champion. It sucks.
That's going to change on Saturday.
It should have changed already because then you have Drew and Punk for the title.
Don't need Drew and Punk for the title.
You should have had it. Nah, I'm sorry. No matter where they go with this thing, and I said it then, I'll say it till the end. They fucked up. Simple and plain. They fucked up. Let me see if Jacob Fatu is bald. No, got his hair. Which wouldn't have been the worst thing anyway, because I'm probably going to end up getting rid of this one and downloading a more recent one now that we know his look and his attire and all that shit.
Yeah, I've got a pretty decent one myself. So
this is a good one, but it's a good one from like MLW. You know, he has a different vibe going now. Let's see how Shane's looking. Shane Douglas here. Franchise is bald. That's my man that I'm going to be looking at then. Wonder why it's only some of them. All right. Congratulations, 2K, you bunch of motherfuckers. Incompetence to an all new level. When will Rhea return? Gotta be soon.
I think she'll make her return at Money in the Bank. That way they can set up her and Liv at SummerSlam.
Well, what is Liv doing at Money in the Bank?
Her title match.
She has a title match?
Yeah, against shit. They just said it the other day and I can't remember who it is. But yeah, she's supposed to be defending her title, so that's why I think Rhea will come out at the end of that and just proceed to whoop the dog shit out of her, so to speak. And chase her around for the
dog
next
shit out of Dom.
Oh, I'm sure she'll get them both, but you know, she'll be one of those.
He's gonna be in the Dom house for sure, man. She ain't playing with that boy when she gets back. You know that shit's gonna get real.
If Rhea doesn't show up at Money in the Bank, she will show up the following Monday because they will take those next 3 weeks of Rhea chasing Liv around, going, "I'm going to kill you" at SummerSlam. So.
Oh yeah, their match is definitely going to be a SummerSlam. They might have something prior to that, but it won't have a conclusion.
Well, after Money in the Bank, there's nothing else till you get to SummerSlam.
Oh, you never know. It's a WWE and they like their money. Could very well happen. I would not be surprised. Have you ever played Fallout? Fallout 4 specifically?
Not 4. I've played 1 and 2, I think.
Well, 1 was, well, you're a PC guy too, so yeah, that was back in the PC days, which I wasn't. But man, 4 is such a glorious game. And here's a thing on subject that we're talking about. Broken games. You can have a broken game that is absolutely the best game I've ever played. This game is still 8 years old and broken as fuck. You got main characters walking into walls and shit all the time. But gosh damn, this is an excellent game. Versus 2K, that's just a piece of shit.
I was looking at some of the older games from I downloaded a game from 2001, I think. It was based off of the role-playing game Vampire the Masquerade. And that shit, it's like you said, it's old, it's broken, but goddamn, at least the storyline and shit fucking was nice and everything on it. And
I wouldn't even say the storyline was phenomenal in this thing. I mean, that's the best I can say about the storyline. But the map is really cool. Granted, it's 8 years old, so the graphics aren't that great. And they do have a
Right.
PS5 version, which is now what I've switched to. Because
Uh-huh.
much like 2K, when they come up with the PS5 version just recently because of the success of the TV show, everyone was having problems with it crashing, this and that. And I was like, you know what? I ain't got time for this shit. I'll just play the PS4 version and get through at least the storyline. And once I feel like I've accomplished 90% of what I need, then I might chance it. So I'm at that point now where I've completed the story missions and all that kind of stuff. And the thing is, you'll never finish this game. It never really ends because the more you explore, there are doors that aren't part of the story, and there are things hiding behind these doors, and there's things to be collected, and it's such a friggin' massive map. Yeah. Then you add to that the building aspect of it, which, you know, for those of you that aren't familiar with the game, it's post 200 years after the bombs. China bombed the U.S. I don't know if that's a precursor or what, and starting to feel like it. But, yeah, you're coming out to what's left over in the wasteland, and you're having to rebuild stuff the best you can. You don't get state-of-the-art things to fix stuff with. So you scrap metal and things like that and patching up houses. But I was always a big fan of Disney Infinity on my other channel, my gaming channel.
Right. Yeah.
Because of the building features, the fact that you could literally create your own game out of it. You can make it do missions, whatever you could think of, you can make it do.
Yeah, I played a ton of that with my boys when they were younger and stuff. So
yeah. I've been meaning to dust it off. I mean, I got it all here. I got every figure for the game. I've got all the discs. I mean, literally, if there's anything Disney Infinity you could have, I have it, including some of the very rare discs that cost me a little bit of money to get a hold of. So that was back in the day. But this thing actually checks a lot of those boxes off because the building is fun. As much fun, if not more fun than the actual game. I'll spend a day just doing the building stuff and never even go into combat unless I have to. If I'm under attack, then that's one thing. But otherwise,
I can.
So, yeah, I'm enjoying this a lot. So I don't miss 2K at all. And again, this game has a lot of things not working with it, and it's still incredible fun. All right, so I set up this one. There's a location in the game for a drive-in movie theater, and I set it up as one of my settlements here. So you get the settlers that come and join it. Anyway, in the middle of this drive-in movie theater is a small body of water that was heavily radiated. Couldn't get anywhere near it. But now I kind of built a boardwalk around it, and it's kind of like the water feature and almost like a mini beachfront kind of thing. Got some tables and chairs and stuff for the settlers to hang out in after work. And there's like 5 or 6 of them walking through this water that was heavily radiated. It doesn't affect the NPCs, and now it's not radiated anymore because I took care of all the barrels and stuff that were making it that way. But yeah, I just find it funny that you go there. Hey, let's look at the boardwalk, and here they are walking through the water that just had drums of radiation oozing for 200 years. Good times. Yes, Virginia, there is a game that doesn't suck, even if it's broken.
Right.
All right. Well, on that note, I'm going to go back to my Fallout 4 here and try and remove the taste of 2K and my bald wrestlers. Smooth's in the house.
I will say this, Retro. They're already bringing back an old pay-per-view. It's going to be in October. It's going to be Bad Blood. They're bringing back. So,
who's that?
WWE.
WWE or NXT?
WWE.
Really?
Yep.
And
yes, Keith, Damien kind of let the cat out of the bag on Monday night when he said that he had talked to Rhea. So I'm pretty sure she knows that Liv and Dom have been kind of
Oh, yeah.
buddy. So
Oh, I mean, she'd be watching the program, of course. So, Fight Night Champion. Yeah, we played it here on this channel. There's some. You can look up a playlist I've got down there. I like it a lot. I just don't like switching my wires around to play the older consoles. I'm a lazy fucker. What can I tell you? All right, everybody. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'd like to say I'll see you next week, but probably won't unless something wacky happens.
right.
Like I said, when I get that scratch, that itch I need to scratch, then I jump on. So make sure you subscribe. Make sure you click the bell notification down below so that you will know when we decide to jump on here and do this crazy stuff and talk with you guys and share the ratings of your not so favorite program. There's a guy at work that swears by AEW. He's one of our chefs, head chef. It's I love that AEW. I watch every week. How do you watch it? With your eyes open or no, it's great. It's great. No, it's not great. Otherwise, there'd be more than 500,000 people watching it. But hey, if it makes you happy, who am I to say?
Right.
All right. That's as much as I got in me tonight. Do what we always do. Say goodbye, Jay.
Goodbye, Jay.
Goodbye, everybody. We'll see you soon right here, WrestleChat. Actually watched a little bit of AEW, not a lot. Just enough to remind me why I don't watch it. Oh, this is already funny. Just the headline. The list of moves and actions that are now banned from AEW or need to be approved by the company.
Maybe that's why Nash is pissed off, because he went for Brock and Austin and not try to duplicate him.
Well, it'd be easier to duplicate him. You only have to learn 5 moves.
Like you said, and we've all been saying, Tony Khan, you need a hierarchy, and he gets one, and then we make fun of it.
Because he's sitting back there talking about the Brock match, and it's finally we had a wrestling match. Finally, we got 2 guys telling a story. They weren't outside in the ring the whole time. One of them
Was he not watching the same match as we were?
Yeah, those games, man, I would say, like, for me, like, the best ones, I would say, are, like, the ones where they try to get a certain, like, time.
This is my entire IT team right here on screen. Everybody.